welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Today's video is going to be on these two Pat McGrath Lab palettes. This is the eyeshadow quad in the name Blitz Astral quad in Ritualistic Rose. Very tongue twister sort of a name. And this one is the Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. This is a face palette and we're going to talk about both of these palettes. So if you are interested in glittery things, or if you are crazy enough to consider buying these super expensive palettes, then I think this video is for you. Please continue watching. Okay guys, let's get started with the video. We are talking about these two very interesting palettes from Pat McGrath. Once you have purchased or experienced Pat McGrath products, it's very difficult to get away from them or ignore them because they are super duper unique. Starting from the packaging, the formulation, they are ultra luxury and they have something about them. The products are super expensive, they are luxury pricing, but honestly so far whatever I have used, most of the products I have really loved. After trying a couple of the smaller Pat McGrath palettes, I have been really interested in getting one big Pat McGrath palette. I will probably do that soon, but before that I was very interested in buying this one, the Blitz Astral quad in Ritualistic Rose. The color scheme of this palette is just so beautiful and I heard pretty good things about this one, so I was always eyeing this particular palette, but this one launched a little late in Singapore, so I actually bought it from a follower of mine. She was selling this palette on Instagram and she asked me if I would like it. I said yes, I would love it because this wasn't launched in Sephora that time, so she offered me at a very good price as well. I think she gave me the US price, so it was a win-win situation for me, so I couldn't be happier that I got this palette. So this is how the palette looks like. The packaging of Pat McGrath palettes, they are just amazing. I love the graphics on this palette. It is all like gemstones and diamonds and whatnot. So the palette opens like this and here you have, oops, the card fell down. Inside you get a shade name card and this is the actual product. This is super luxe guys. It feels so heavy. Here is a close-up of the front. Here is the back, which has a gold back, and this is all engraved here. I mean, so much detailing. And this is how the palette opens inside. Okay, here we go. And this is the color scheme of the palette. I'm not sure if you are able to see the colors properly. I will try to give you a little bit more close up, but these are all the colors in here. You have a brownish bronze sort of a color. You have a plummy pink berry color. You have a gold and you have this beautiful duochrome sort of, like Pat McGrath is known for these sort of colors which are glittery duochrome. They're just out of this world beautiful. So that shade is over here. The price of this one here in Singapore is 95 Singapore dollars. Yes, it's 95 Singapore dollars. It's super expensive for 4 eyeshadows. You pay $95, but each eyeshadow in here, I believe, is you get a lot of product. Yeah, the details are over here. So each eyeshadow is 1.5 grams and you get 4 eyeshadows in here, so you do get a lot of product. But yeah, I still feel that it is a super expensive palette. But do I think the formulation is unique? I definitely think the formulation is very unique. I think you can see the colors a little bit better if I'm holding it like this. I mean, the formulation is something totally different from what I have used so far. When you swatch it, you can feel the difference in the texture, how smooth the texture is, and when you apply it on the eyes, you don't have just a plain eyeshadow. It's not like that. It's something else. Each of these shadows have a little bit of flip. They have very sophisticated finish on the eyes. The glitters are very fine. They give you a very smooth, sophisticated finish. And all of these have glitter infused in them. So it doesn't feel like there is a lot to this palette, but when you apply it on the eyes, you get something different, a different kind of eyeshadow. Especially this one, beautiful. Even this shade and this shade, this one is not that glittery I would say, but still it is just super beautiful. It's like a basic bronzy brown, very beautiful shade, everyday, very everyday friendly. If you are into glitters, if you are into duochromes, if you like metallic shadows, I think you are really going to enjoy this palette. And the color scheme is just perfect for every skin tone. I think a lot of skin tones will be able to use. There is a little bit of fallout with some of the glittery shades, like especially this one and this one. You will get a little bit of fallout. It's not always. If you're careful, if you have a base on, I don't think you will face much issue. But you do have to know that these two can be a little bit, like they could have a little bit, just a tiny bit of fallout. Other than that, I think it's a gorgeous palette. Honestly, if I have to tell you, I would probably buy this from Sephora at whatever price this palette is at. I'll use my 10% off members discount, but I would probably buy this from Sephora. It is that good. I really loved all the colors, and all the colors are very complementary to my skin tone, and these are the kind of colors I wear anyways. So for me, I think it's totally worth it. I really like this palette. Alright guys, so before I show you the eye look which I have done today with this palette, I quickly want to show you the Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio as well. This is a highlighting palette, and I got heavily influenced by Kathleen Lights. She mentioned this in one of her favorites, and I was like, really? This palette is this good? So I bought it from Sephora here, and now it's out of stock on Sephora. So I guess people really like it. It's for 74 Singapore dollars, so it's a very pricey highlighting palette. You get 3 shades in here, but still I think it's a really pricey product. I got 10% off on this palette, so it did cost me a little less. But anyways, this is how the palette looks like. It has a very nice packaging as always. The details are mentioned here, they're engraved in here. This one has 3 highlighting shades, and each highlighting shade is about 4 grams, so you do get quite a lot of product. This is how the palette opens like. It opens like a book, and inside you have these highlighters. When I had looked at it on the Sephora's website long time back, I was like, what kind of a highlighting palette is this? I mean, pictures don't do justice. This is a very interesting formulation, very interesting highlighting palette. You will see that these 2 shades are white. You will see them as white, but they are not actually white. They have a shift to them. So this one is a deep gold. It's pretty much a gold shade, like a light gold. And this is a pink. Yeah, trust me. Believe it or not. I don't know if the camera is catching. I will try to give you a close-up. And this one is a gold, of course. So if you're close to my skin tone, you are definitely going to be able to use this one. So this gold is not a problem. It's a really nice gold, and a lot of skin tones will be able to use. But these two, I've always wondered how is anybody going to wear these 2 shades. But these two also work on my skin tone. I'm wearing both of these shades today. The formulation is just super smooth, super unique. This has a pink shift, this has like a gold green shift, but both of them, they don't look like totally crazy on my skin. Now if I'm looking here, you wouldn't even know that I have highlight on, but when I turn my skin, you'll be able to see the highlight. I think that's what I love most about this formulation, that it's not looking too out there, but you still have highlight on. The highlighters are pretty intense. You can try to apply it subtly, but I have applied today quite a lot so that you could see how intense it can get. And the formulation just blends with the skin. It doesn't look like stark or anything like that, even though these look white in the pan. The most popular question I get is, do these highlighters have shimmer or glitter? So I must tell you that yes, these have very fine micro shimmer. They are like ultra fine and very like glittery on the face. In low light situations, the glitters will be more pronounced. In normal lighting, I don't think you're going to notice that much glitter. It's very smooth, but in sunlight or in low light settings, you are going to notice glitter. So yes, these are very fine shimmers or very fine micro glitters in them. But honestly, I don't mind that. I don't mind highlighters having a little bit of glitter nowadays. I mean, I like that look. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I created this look. So for this look, I actually used all of the shades. I will also show you another look which I have done using only this bronzy shade and this gold shade. I'll show it to you right here. I'll add a little clip where you can see a different look, a more neutral, more wearable bronzy gold look which you can do with the two shades. This also looks really, really pretty, I think. And of course you can use all of the shadows on their own as well. Okay, let's apply some eyeshadow now. Wow, my face looks super bare without eyeshadow on. Usually I'll have something or the other on the eyes. So I have my full base makeup done. I have applied a little bit of blush and bronzer, and I've applied the lipstick, and we'll try out the highlighter palette as well. But first I need to put something here on my eyes. So here is the package. Let me open this up. Here is the palette. Super pretty. I hope you can see the shift. I will straight up go into this plummy berry shade on my eyes. Just use my fingers. You can also use a brush. I have a little bit of concealer on the eyes, so it's going to be a super sparkly eyeshadow look, and the color is just so smooth. The base is also super finely milled, and even the glitter which is infused in it, that is also super fine, so it looks so pretty on the eyes. From the Dose of Colors palette, I'm going to use only these two shades. These are the plummy brown shades. So first of all, I will take the deeper shade. I will take the lighter brownish shade as well. I'm just doing a very quick demo for you guys, and I mean just to show you how the colors are going to look. Okay, so this is not like a full-blown tutorial. I'll apply a little bit of the color in the outer V just to deepen up the outer V. Okay, I hope you get the idea. So that's about it. Okay, just to apply a little bit of transition shades. Okay, now I'll go back to my Pat McGrath palette. I'll take the small brush and just blend the shadow out a little bit into the crease. Now I will just show you, you can also use the brown shimmer metallic shade which is here into the inner, the outer V. Just show you how it will look. Little bit of more color, not too much. Let's look at the topper shade right here. It is just super amazing, pinkish, golden, very high shine, intense, foiled. You can see how foiled and beautiful that is, and it doesn't have a lot of base color. It's just a very beautiful, like a shiny topper shade, and I will just apply it the center of the eyelid, and this will give a lot more dimension to the look. So that's how basically I will do a glittery shimmery look with this palette. I will quickly finish this eye. I will put mascara, eyeliner and everything and be right back. In the lower lash line also I will put a little bit of the matte colors. I forgot about the inner corner. For the inner corner, let me just apply this one and show you too. Not necessarily I will apply this all the time, but just to show you guys how it looks, I'll just apply that. Very simple, easy to do, hardly takes any time, like you have a very nice glittery glam party look. So I will just quickly finish both of the eyes and be right back. Okay, so this is how the eye look looks like. I am so happy with this kind of eye look. This is totally my kind of look. If you know me, plum, berry, little bit of glitter, little bit of duochrome on the eyes, and I'm all set. I mean, I don't know if the camera is able to capture all the glittery, shimmery finish. I have no idea, but yeah, it looks much better in person, I would say. Next, let's move on to the highlighter palette. I will demo out one of the highlighters from here. It's very obvious that I will be applying this one, but for change, let's apply this one and I will show you how it looks on my skin tone so that you can get a better idea. So I'm taking this brush. This is the Real Techniques brush, of course, and I'll take a little bit of highlight. I haven't actually used this palette a lot, so like from here it looks like I just don't have any highlighter on my face, but when I turn it, look at that, so beautiful. Okay, let's apply a little bit of the pink highlighter as well. Let me apply it on top of this. This is also intense and very smooth. So these three shadows will be very good as inner corner highlights as well. or just eyeshadow, just plain eyeshadow. You can use all of these 3 shades of eyeshadow as well. So this is my face, super smooth and intense, but when I see like this you won't be able to make out that I have highlighter on, but I do. Very smooth on the face, it wasn't very difficult to blend it out, and it just meshes with the skin. As you can see, there is no like chunkiness, or it doesn't emphasize much of texture, although I don't have a lot of texture on the face. Maybe just a tad bit, I have some bumps here, maybe just a tad bit of texture, but overall I think it's pretty smooth. So that's it guys, that's the demo for today. So yeah, that's my verdict on these 2 palettes. I hope this was helpful. If you have any sort of questions, then just drop them in the comment section below. I will definitely get back to you. If you like this video, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're watching me for the first time, I really hope you'll consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.